There we go. There's our first
Right,
one.
catches the biggest
See what it is.
bass.
Yep, little spot. There we go. That one never pulled at all. And it feels like a little bit better one. There's another one. There's no way. That's a better one.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today is my first day of 2024 going out fishing. I took about a month off. I did a whole bunch of like behind the scenes stuff that like the channel just needs to have. I personally need to do. So I took some time off, took some time away, but I'm officially back. I said when I came back, I want to be back, and I want to be back from here until December. So I'm back and we are here and uploading. So today what we're gonna do, we're going to a lake. I grew up, shoot, the closest boat ramp was probably 25 minutes away from me. I grew up in Oxford, Alabama. I'm going to Logan Martin today in Pell City. I'm gonna launch from Riverside. So the reason for me going to Logan Martin today is because there's a Hobie BOS. I think it's March 7th and 8th. I'm pretty sure here I'll pop up the schedule on the screen because I'm gonna fish 2 or 3 of these this year, especially since they allow motors, so I'll be able to take the autopilot out. March 9th and 10th on Logan Martin. I'm gonna go out, fish that one. I want to make it today too in all my like nationwide tournaments, but the plan for this year is tournaments, fishing cool locations like usual, and then any cool gear reviews, anything cool that comes out, anything that y'all want to see or y'all think about buying, of course I want to get. That being said, we're gonna go to Logan Martin today. I think the goal is 5 fish. I really like this time of year because you don't have to be out like at the crack of dawn. I like getting out early when it's necessary, but dude, if it's 25 degrees outside, I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to be out there. So we did our map study, everything last night. At the end of the video today, I'll kind of show you how I broke it down a little bit more in depth, but as of right now, I just want to get out on the water and go fish. So with that being said, I'm gonna shut up. We're gonna go head to the lake and we're gonna go get on some of these big old big mouth bass. So, all right, so this is just a weird time right now. Like, this is maybe 2 or so inches of water over here, but it's frozen, like it's iced over. So I just had to come over here and document it because we're like 3 minutes away from the lake. I doubt the lake has ice on it, but I came and fished this pond maybe like 3 or 4 years ago, and it's super shallow and it's iced over. What is up, guys? We've made it on the water. Man, it feels good to be sitting in this kayak. So normally when I start these videos, or last year I guess, new year, new me. New year, same me, same videos. I don't know, blah, blah, blah. But normally when I start these videos, I normally start them when I'm already like out on the water, you know, fishing, kind of, you know, finding my way a little bit. But I had to start this one here for a couple of reasons. First reason is when I was in Louisiana, I got stuck out in the marsh. Luckily I was able to call Mr. Vinny, formerly known as Pelican Bone Outdoors, and he was able to kind of point me in the right direction to help me get unstuck. But in the process of getting stuck, I broke my net, I broke my catch board. I realized pretty quickly that I needed to add some lights just in case, you know, like early mornings, late evenings, you know, I like to fish all day, and I needed a bigger battery as well because I used to go around with 2 100 amp hour batteries, one for the trolling motor and then one for my electronics. And then if my 100 amp hour would die, which I have done multiple times, because a lot of times I like to go out early in the morning and then end late in the evening, just because I like a full day of fishing. I enjoy fishing, it's my job. I treat it like a job when I go. So with that being said, I'll do like a kayak walkthrough at the end, but I've added button lights to the kayak, blue button lights from Yak Power. I've added a 160 amp hour lithium battery from Amped Outdoors, and then I have a 14.8 volt 48 amp hour battery powering my fish finder. My camera that you see in the back, I have a USB port there. I have another one underneath my seat for my phone if I need to charge that, so I can make phone calls. For kayak tournaments, I still have power, so I can take pictures if my phone dies, or, you know, just emergency situations. You can never have enough power, or you can never have too much power. So hopefully with this 160 amp hour battery. I'm pretty sure it would be impossible to kill it in 12 hours. Also, it Bluetooths to my phone so I can see how much time I have left. I have my net right there. Y'all have seen that net before. That net really isn't new. That net, me and Greg used to use it. It was just really big, and I like that other one because it was more telescopic and it was a little bit easier to use than that one. But this is the only other one I had. Also, we got a new catch board. I went to the Yak Shack in Pelham, me and my son Leo, and he helped me pick this one out. He liked the blue. I like the blue. Blue's my favorite color. So we have that. But yeah, so this is the maiden voyage of, it's, you know, kind of like a newly rigged kayak, and I did it all myself. So we're gonna have to test it out. So we got power. That's good. I cleaned off my battery connections. I tried to go to the SB50 or Anderson connections, the quick connections for my battery charger. There's a fish right there, maybe. Yeah, another fish. I tried to go to the Anderson connections, but I wasn't able to get, or my connector didn't come in time, so we're with the same old, But I cleaned all my connections, so we should be getting pretty good power today. Because my power had started to dwindle. When I first got the autopilot, I was going like 4.2 miles an hour. Now I'm going like 3.8. Or I was going like 3.5, but now we're up to 3.8. So yeah. So the Coosa River, this is a body of water that I know what I know about it, but I don't know that much, if that makes sense. The water's a little dirtier. It is very dirty. I have a couple of locations that I found in the Omnia app that I'm gonna go over later in the video, and I'll probably go try out later tonight. But just because like I-20's right here, and every time I used to drive over this place as a kid, I always wanted to go fish and really spend time like around those bridges, just because you always see them and they're just so, they're like so predominant in my head. Like those are places that I used to look at and be like, man, I bet there's a fish right there. So every time that I've been out here, I've never been out by myself. I've always been in somebody's boat, and I really, you know, never took the lead on it. So today I'm gonna take some time. I'm gonna kind of fish around some of these bridges. I know there's some really big striped bass. I don't think this is probably the greatest time of year to go after those striped, but I have my fish finder. I can at least see if there's any big marks down on some of these big bridges. Then we got boat docks over here to the left. There's a little cut that the wind will be blowing into, according to the Omnia app, so I'm sure there'll be some bait right here. Also, that's where a lot of tournaments are ran out of, so I'm sure there's a whole bunch of tournament fish just right here in this little general area. So that being said, I'm gonna start over here, and then we're just gonna start making casts, hopefully start catching some fish and making some waypoints. I'm sure we're about 15 minutes into this video before I've caught my first fish. But there's a boat right there. That boat looks wrapped too. It's probably practicing. I think there's like a NPFL tournament out here sometime this week or next. So man, 4.2, look at that. We're moving again. Oh yeah, it's a whole bunch of bait right here. Not seeing any big marks that look like fish, but all that suspended. Like if you see anything suspended off the water or off the bottom, it's pretty much easily guaranteed that you're looking at bait. I don't want to say all that's bait, but the way all these fish were sitting, all that's probably bait as well. Huge schools of bait out here on the Coosa this morning. I'd like to say that those are bass, and there's probably, yeah. Roll it slow. Oh, I put line on this one. Hey, I was right. Look at all that bait down there. All right, so we're gonna take this opportunity, because this is the first fish of 2024, to say thank you and no thank you. So we got a little shad. There's a whole bunch of bass sitting over the top of them, so we just gotta figure out how to catch them. It's good that we caught this one so small. I feel like that money badger would probably be a perfect lure. All right, we need some more casts with the money badger.
sure if we cast around enough right here, we'll probably hook into one. We have to.
Hours later.
All right, guys, so we fished around all the spots that I really wanted to fish over here. We didn't catch anything except for 2 shad. We got our first fish of 2024, and of course it's a shad. So with that being said, I found another ramp 9 minutes away. I'm leaving some of the stuff in the kayak. We're gonna go travel 9 minutes away. I fished the jerkbait frit side. A few other things over here. I found a few fish that were suspended, but I just couldn't get any of them to bite anything. I saw them on the fish finder, but I don't know. I think it's just really cold. Today's the first warm day. It's probably not the greatest day to be out, but that's not gonna stop us. I think I found somewhere on the map that has a little bit more potential in like the general area, because my next like pocket or place on the river that even looked good would have been an hour kayak ride. So I said I'd just come put it in the truck, and we're 10 minutes away from it. So we're gonna go do that. Hopefully we can get on some more big mouth bass, or on our first big mouth bass. Our goal at the beginning of the video is 5. I'm gonna stick to that goal, because I mean things can change, especially now that's later in the day, the water's heated up a little bit. All right, so launch number 2 looks a lot better. It's more like creeky vibes into the main lake. There's laydowns over there on that side of the lake. My plan originally was to go that way, but after seeing how clear and how much different it looks over here, like this side of the water is so clear, gin clear. So I'm excited for this. This is kind of more of what I feel comfortable with doing, and this actually looks like it should have some life brewing in it. So we're gonna switch it up, fish over here, spend the rest of the day over here. I might go explore a little bit this way and then go down the other way, and then this looks like a boat ramp that not all people could get to, or not all people could use it. Looks like it would excel for kayak fishing or like future kayak tournament. With that being said, we're gonna fish this one. I feel like we're probably gonna pull some spots out of here. It looks like a little spotty bass fishery. I know spots like to, you know, hang out on the bottom of hard banks. So we'll see.
All right, this side over here looks pretty cool, so we're gonna fish it. I'm not gonna go too far. I'll probably just fish the rest of this riprap bank. I'm gonna use my fish finder to look for bait. If there's no bait or no fish that I see, I'm just gonna turn around and go back out to what I planned on doing initially. But I mean, this little creek looks super dope. So, and then it's cool that there's actually like a boat ramp on it, so you can launch in the creek. So like if you want to kayak up this way, you can. It's my first time ever right here. So, oh, there's some fish on the bottom right there. Oh, yeah, those are bass. Those are definitely bass right there. 100%. All right, let's see what we can get into. switch it up to the Ned Rig. So, push it. A little trigger. Got a little trooper. New thing that something I'm gonna try to get better at is tying leader knots this year, because normally on my spinning rods I just fish straight to braid, but I know if I'm gonna, you know, want to travel around, fish more bigger bodies of water, I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet and start tying leaders. There's not really a reason why honestly, there's no reason why I don't tie leaders. It's just, you know, you break them off. It's just one more step to having to get back in the water. Just had to slow down, take my time a little bit more. Got a 12-pound leader on this. I didn't have anything lighter than 12-pound test. I wouldn't mind going 10, because I think this is like 12-pound braid, maybe 10-pound braid. So maybe I think an 8 to 10-pound leader probably would have been better, but it is what it is. Hey, there was something on that, maybe. It felt like it got, oh, look at that. Yeah, there was 100% of fish on that right there. I got bit for a second there. Yeah, that's 100% a bass or something. I 100% got 8 right there for a second. I got 8 and then it took me right down into the stuff. At least my leader didn't break. It was my knot. Okay, well that gives me a lot of confidence, because I mean literally where we're gonna mark a waypoint on that, but literally like where I got hit at, right where I got hit at, there was a whole bunch of fish. So that makes me feel more confident that I didn't, you know, just run it across a log or something like that. Something definitely picked that up. First bite came pretty quick. Good old Ned Rig. I feel like the Ned Rig, if there are a lot of fish in here, it'll definitely tear them up. I'm excited for this because I've been wanting to do like some cool river fishing, but I haven't, like, there's really not too many places. I don't want to say there's not a lot of places, but there's not a lot of places that I have access to. A lot of water is private in Alabama, especially like, you know, the water isn't private, but the access to the water is private. So it's always kind of a little bit of gray area to a lot of the places that I want to go to. All right, so that last hook set I had was kind of right here in this general area. And there's a whole bunch of fish down there. So gives me confidence once again that I'm not crazy. All right, so this is a good feeling. Hey, oh dude, I had one of them. Okay. There was one that ate that. There's a whole bunch of them. Those have got to be bass. I mean, they could be crappie, but there we go. Got one. Oh, dude, I had another one. They're eating it. I don't think I'm getting it. I'm 100% getting 8. So my rod's getting bent and they're like fighting, but I can't keep them on. Okay, we're just gonna keep fishing because I keep getting bit. I got bit twice right there. There we go. There we go. There's our first one. Let's see what it is. Yep, little spot. Figures. Hey. On the lighter head. First one of the day, baby. Let's go. Come here, man. Calm it down. Calm it down. There you go. All right, cool. All right, boys. Finally got our first one. Not a big one, but I feel like they're just loaded probably in here. Yeah, this fish is freezing cold. It's 41 degrees. It's actually 2 degrees warmer out right here than it was where we first started at. No doubt this is a spot. It's the Coosa River Special. All right, we're gonna weigh them. I mean, not weigh them, we're gonna measure them. Should we weigh them too? Dude, this fish might go a pound. He's pretty thick. We might. Let's weigh him. Let's weigh him. We're gonna measure him first. Look. Oh, yes. Got our first one, baby. On the little general. This is the first one on the new board. See what he goes. Don't jump off. Close the mouth. That's all right. We ain't gotta close it. 11 inches. So for some tournaments, this fish wouldn't even be legal. But I'm just thankful to have the first one. He is absolutely loaded up. Fish hasn't missed a meal very long. We're gonna go ahead and put him back in the water. We're not gonna weigh him. Just, we'll say he's a pound. He's thick. Awesome. Alabama spot, baby. See you later. And we're literally, we've had 3 bites on this little stretch of bank, and we're maybe 50 yards from the boat ramp, if that. Man. I'm telling you, it's so cool being able to, like, when you, it takes time, because it took me a little bit of time, but like when you kind of are able to put everything together, like, okay, now I know the wind's blowing this way, I know, you know, this is a little bit skinnier water, but it's deep, so like this probably gonna hold some fish like in the middle. Like when you start putting stuff together fishing wise, it's so much fun. Like I've been out here all day since 10, so I've been out for 4 or 5 hours today. That was finally my first fish of the day, and it made, like, when you get that first bite, or when you start getting bites, it's like, yes. I don't know. I don't think it'd feel the same if I would have caught that fish within the first 30 minutes. That just is such a confidence boost. I want my SD card out of this fish finder to be worth $10,000 one day. I want to have so many waypoints in all the different states I fish. They already got a whole bunch for Louisiana, but now I'm getting Logan Martin taken care of. There we go. That one never pulled at all. And it feels like a little bit better one. Oh, it's definitely a better one. Oh yeah, he's fighting pretty good. Don't get caught up. I haven't even seen him yet. Oh yeah, that's a lot better one. Yes, sir. Good old spotted bass. I like this big net. Look at that one. That's a... This big net's actually pretty nice. I didn't think I was gonna like it at first, but I don't think your net can really be too big after using this. Okay, so the first one was 11 inches. This one definitely ain't 11 inches. Ooh, that's why you don't ever give up on a day of fishing. That's a legit 2-3 pounder right there. Good old Alabama spot on that little general. Whew, man, that's fun. I mean, I'm right here by the boat ramp. Let's see. It's a 16 and a half. No, 16 and a quarter. Oh, that's a good one. That would probably be one that would keep all day in a tournament. It could probably, might even go 17. Man, we are gonna weigh this. I just want to know. I just want to kind of have a benchmark to know what I'm looking at when I catch them. 208. We're gonna go with that. Hasn't locked. Yeah, 208. Cool. All right, so pound spot. Literally right off the corner of a brush pile. Swag. Let's go. 4 hours and 18 minutes. Time that camera's been running. Swag. All right, let's go catch another one. Let's do it. Now you might be asking yourself, like, man, why does he have those lights on? Just because I think they're cool. So before you comment something, I think these lights are cool. I've always wanted lights in my kayak. I always thought that they were kind of like, people who have lights in their kayak, like, you know, you got lights all around the outside edge. But honestly, I'm thinking about putting a little 6-inch light bar off of Amazon on the front. Because just like those early mornings, I don't think there's a thing as being like too visible, or just even like loading up in the morning or late in the evening. I think it would probably be a thing. I wouldn't be mad that I have it, especially since I have this Yak power system. On here now. It would be pretty easy, relatively easy to rig up. All right, so we got 2 spots. I don't know if I marked that one. And we're gonna title this one 2LB spot. Sorry. There's another one. There's another one. There's no way. That's a better one. What? Whoa. What is going on here? Yeah, these are all really good fish. That's 100% a different fish. I was marking the last one on the fish finder and caught this one. Oh man, look at that one. Oh, that's a largemouth. Oh, and I'm right here over the spot now. It's not gonna be helpful. Awesome, look at that. I'll have all this stuff linked down below in the description. I didn't do, at the end of the year, I kind of stopped because I had a few issues with my links. But I'll have all this stuff linked down below so y'all can check it out. That is a good largemouth. I just found like a little juicy hole. I might have to delete that clip with a boat round. Awesome. See ya. Swimming off. All right, so we got 3 fish. I forgot to measure that one. All right, I think that one, y'all agree that that one's 14. We'll say that one's 14. So we gotta, since we said that one was 14, we'll say the other one was 16 and a half. And then we got an 11. I gotta put this in my phone or I'm gonna forget it. Fish, 16.5. Where's the 5? There it is. Then we got an 11, and then we'll say that last one was a 14. I feel like that's probably under what he actually was, but we'll just do that to keep it honest. See, this water just looks so much better than what I started out at this morning. Like, that was chocolate milk. Never really felt super confident. That was just kind of more of like I wanted to fish that area more so than like, oh, I'm probably gonna fish and go here and kill them. And I didn't know that about this area either until I started fishing. I wouldn't say I've killed them by any means, but I think we're definitely on a lot better track to kill them here than we would have been if we stayed where we were at. All right, let's see. Now we actually have a video to post and it's not just gonna be, all right, here are the redfish clips from Louisiana. This cast right here is gonna tell me a lot if they're hanging out on this structure, because then I'll just go down the bank and I'll hit all the structure that I can see. Oh, see, there we go. There we go. Oh, that's a good one, dude. That might not be a bass. If it is, it's a huge one. Like, this one's really big. It's definitely biggest of the day. Look at that. Give him a little bit more drag. Oh, that's a really good one. Look at that one. That's a really big one. That's a big one. That's a big one. That's a big one. That's a personal best spot. I just broke my PB spot, no doubt about it. Look how big that fish is, dude. Look at that one. Look at that. That's 100% my new personal best. I didn't bring my camera or nothing. 100% no doubt about it. This is my personal best spotted bass. Look at that fish. The spot, that's the thickest spot I've ever seen, dude. I mean, that's a 3-4 pound spotted bass. Dude, that's a 20-incher. I don't want to close the mouth because I don't want to lose them. But yeah, look, tail's touching 20. It's a 20-inch fish. Look at that, dude. That is a huge spot. That's why you don't stop. That's why you don't give up. If you have all day to fish, fish all day. Don't go home because you're not catching them. Because if you're on a kayak, take out, go put in somewhere else. I know what I'm doing tomorrow and probably the day after that. Oh man, look at that. That's a healthy fish. All right, let's get a weight and we're gonna snap a picture. This is definitely my personal best. We're gonna say 20-incher. I think he could go 4 pounds. 3, yeah. 410. It's a 4-pounder in the creek. How insane. And then we got a 16, 11, a 14, and a 20. And I literally just said that cast is going to tell me a lot. Thank you, Lord, for this fish. Thank you, Lord. I feel like sometimes when you catch fish like this after a long day, it's like God trying to tell me something. I don't really know what it is, and I feel like it's probably something in my personal life. But it's like, you know, just don't, like, I feel like it's just like one of those don't give up. Like, you're doing the right thing. This is your motivation to keep going, at least in the moment. Oh my gosh. Okay, little note to self, ultra wide on Instagram story. does not make the fish look cool. All right, release, 4-pounder. There it goes, underneath the kayak. All right, swag. That one, it was crazy fighting that fish because I mean, for a second there, he felt like a catfish. The way he went and had that second boost of energy and started digging. All right, cool. Just broke a PB casually. Look, I bet you those are bass too, right underneath this. There's my Ned Rig. Okay, so this big net has been a blessing. I guess you need big net means big fish. My first day using it. I needed this net for real in Louisiana for those reds. Right, I'm telling you, like this, when I saw this, I was like, oh, I'm so thankful I brought the spinning rod. It just sets up perfect to throw the Ned Rig. And I feel like I'm like up north somewhere. Like I feel like I'm in New York catching smallmouth out of like a river up there. Like it's cold. It feels like they should be biting as well as they are. Like it's fishy today. We got a good overcast day. It's supposed to storm tomorrow. So it's just, you know, everything kind of sets up perfect. But I just feel like we were in the wrong area. You know, that's why I like to move around if I don't feel confident. Even if it's a, you know, it's an hour kayak ride, but it's a 10-minute truck ride. So it's worth it all day, every day. And that was just a, what was that, 410, 20-inch spot that we just caught. Definitely my personal best spotted bass, without a doubt, because all of them that I normally catch are like out of the Cahaba that are the, you know, 12 to 15-inch range. I've never caught a big one like that. That was a really good one.
Look, Leo, can you say hey? Hey. All right, guys, so I told y'all in the beginning of the video I'd talk a little bit more about the kayak. So I've added Yak Power button lights as well as the Yak Power system. It's powering the fish finder. You want to get down? Okay. Look, stay in here. Don't go out there, okay? Yes, sir? Okay. But yeah, I have the Yak Power button lights, also the Yak Power navigation lights, and I have a Yak Power 8-panel switch that's powering my navigation lights, button lights, fish finder. Also, potentially GLS 10. That's all I'm gonna say here in the near future, probably like next week. So with that being said, I'm gonna kind of show y'all the button lights. Y'all see them on the channel periodically, but the main thing that they say whenever you add these button lights is you just don't want them shining in your face. So I put 2 in the stern, in the tank well here. The Yak Power system is rigged up underneath the seat. There's a little hatch that covers it up. I have a 160 amp hour amped outdoors battery that powers the kayak all day. I've killed 100 amp hour a couple of times, so the 160 is pretty nice to have. Then I have a 14 volt 48 amp hour that powers everything else. I have 2 more sets of button lights right here on each side, and then I have a set underneath the seat that points up into the deck of the boat. I have 2 USB power ports, one to power my rear camera all day, and then one for underneath the seat if I need to charge my phone or GoPro batteries, whatever. And then I put the switch over here. I'll show you all this. Like you guys are gonna get to see this stuff more than enough this year on the channel, so I'm not gonna go too in depth on that. I just kind of want to tell you all that it's there. Here's the panel switch that I control the lights. My batteries are in the house charging right now because I spent a lot of time out in the water. The 160 amp hour battery is really nice just because it will run like 3 or 4 days out on the water, especially like if they're not sunrise to sunset days, you know, just those little 4 to 5 hour outings. Like they're perfect for that. And I don't have to bring it in the house, charge it. I can check it, it's Bluetooth to my phone so I can see how much power I have left so I don't ever have to worry or guess. But yeah, so that's that. I'm gonna show y'all also when we get back to the house how I use the Active Captain app and like Google Earth, Google Maps, whatever, to find the fishing locations, boat ramps, everything that I want to fish for the day. Let's do it. Knuckles? Noggin? Oh yeah. All right guys, so this is how I like to use like Active Captain and then also Google Maps. I like Active Captain because it'll show you like boat ramps or just kind of different map details, but then you can use Google Maps to like kind of match it up. Number 1 tip that I have is make sure that your map layers are set on the same thing. So you don't want like satellite on one, at least me personally, not to start. You don't want satellite on one and then like your regular default map on another. So I like to make sure that they're matched. It's just kind of easier to match what you're looking at because it kind of does take a little bit of work or practice, if you will, on like making sure that your, you know, maps are the same. So like if I go over here to, I like to start with a pretty easy spot to like find. So on this map right here, I'm right here by I-20, and then this one right here, I want to be right here by I-20. So that kind of gives you like a, you know, you're already pretty zoomed in and you already have a location to start checking out. So
like you can see all these boat ramps. Also, some of these boat ramps are a little private, a little sketch, sometimes on active captain. So it's always nice to have like a location that has like 2 or 3 if you're not super familiar with the area, because you don't want to get somewhere and drive 2-3 hours out of the way and it's the only boat ramp and it's like super private. So I like to, depending on the type of weather that you're having, or like season or whatever, you kind of have to dictate that to what you want to fish, or like what you want to, like if I want to go throw crankbaits around docks, or if I want to go throw like a Nessie around docks, then I'm probably going to want to find boat docks that aren't going to be in like that 2 to 3 foot range. I want them to be a little bit deeper, just because that deeper water holds bigger fish. So like an area like this boat ramp right here, don't be scared to fish close to the boat ramp. I think I said that in the video. I don't know if it made the video, but don't be scared to fish close to the boat ramp. Like this area right here, I really wouldn't want to fish too much. And then what I would go to the Google Map side of this for would be, once I've zoomed in and I kind of know where I'm at, I go to satellite and just kind of look at the area. So like it shows boat docks right here, but I just want to make sure. See, I'm all out of whack now. I'm not sure where I'm at, but just for example, just say I'm like looking, let's find boat docks. Let's see, boat docks. Okay, we're gonna use these trees as an example, boat docks. So say like this is the same, even though it's not. Just pretend with me for a second. So say this right here is this right here. Like this big tree in the middle is this ramp right here. So like you see how it says 1 foot, 2 foot, 1 foot, 1 foot. So I would want to keep going until, for what I was doing today, before I left the first spot, I would just want to keep looking and see if it's like a kayak right away. So like all this, I would need to find another boat dock because I went pretty far away. We're just gonna go straight active captain, because what I've said for Google Maps is kind of already, it should be pretty self-explanatory. So like here's one right here. Here's some deeper water, and I'm sure that's when I would use Google Maps to see like, all right, are there trees on the bank? Is it like a clay bank that, the water could be, like if the river level is low, could the water, actually kind of start here, and like all of this is dried up. Just because the water level is low, it doesn't mean that there's not fish, but I just kind of want to find like the highest probability area to start off in. So like I want to have somewhere that has like 3 or 4 locations that are all within, an hour kayak ride of each other, that I can, really pick apart, especially if I only have like a couple days to practice, or if I'm at a new location and I only have, a day or 2 to fish there. I want to make sure that I'm fishing like high probability areas. I don't want to go and take a risk somewhere that might not even hold any fish. So that being said, that was a very rough explanation, but I'll do it when I start going and fishing kayak tournaments. I'll kind of start showing you what I'm finding on the maps, and then like how I'm getting there and what all I want to fish. I'll do it a little bit more in depth. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to fish them hard. Have a good day. Peace. I'll see you all in the next one.
Chasing a bag, I'm racing the clock. Look at them flock, watching them flop. Used to see this in my sleep. When I ain't had shit on my thoughts in the car, I really was lost. Now I'm public with the soundscapes.